So this is about the Nine of Swords. Today we're going to compare. We've got the good old Rider-Waite. We have World of Vision, Light, Seer, Somnia, Golden Art Nevau, and we have the Gilded Tarot. So I'm just going to kind of just give you a comparison of the cards. Here's the Nine of Swords and the Rider-Waite. She's got the 9 swords going like this. She's sitting up in her bed with her face covered. Reminds you of a bad dream. I do feel like a lot of times this is about anxiety. I am reminded that when I do readings that this is in the person's head. It's how a person is reacting instead of like a divination of, now remember, this is how you're going to feel if you do this kind of thing. So that's what I'm reminded of when I look at it. You know, we can, you know, sometimes when we're looking at the card again with the journaling and stuff, what are we looking at first? And are we looking at, you know, the bedding, all of those things. So, I mean, I'm drawn to her face and her hands, you know. I always am. I do see the swords going across, but they don't make as big an impact on me when I'm looking at this card. So this is Rider-Waite. And then we have World of Visions. This also feels pretty heavy. You know, my cat's using the scratch pole, so if you hear weird noises. The sword's coming down, but she's also, she doesn't have her face in her hand, but she's balled up. Like her knees are up to her chest, her hands are, you know, like protecting her head. So this almost feels more, not as much anxiety, but a lot of fear and self-protection almost. You know, that feels like a self-protecting card. That she's frightened and protecting her whatever, you know, whatever's going on in the reading. So that is the World of Vision. So then in the Light Seer, the swords, instead of having pictures of swords, they have these black birds, and I am sorry, but I don't have the booklet with me on what those blacks, I'm sure they're crows, ravens. And they're all above her head, and she's again got her hand and her head in her hands, or her face in her hands. And you know, all of these cards so far, I mean, these all remind me that this one doesn't feel as much as a dream. It does have a pillow here, so it could be like she woke up as well. I do feel like there is light behind her. The sky is not completely dark. And I like to look at those things when I'm looking at the card, and how heavy is this energy, and how hard is this energy. This card's a hard card no matter what, because it affects everybody differently. Whereas when I get it, it's a normal, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's a normal thing. I get this card a lot. And I know that because I know that I live in my own head, and I cause my own anxiety. But for other people, they may not get this very much. So this could be a really big card to them. So it might affect them a little bit more. In the Somnia, now again, I mean, his concept's a little different anyway, and he doesn't show faces as it is, and she's facing away from us. She's on her side, and the swords are coming down. I almost feel like this one is like, you're not going to expect this anxiety. You're not going to expect this bad dream. It's going to happen, but it's not expected. It's funny. It's like these, I all feel, every other card I feel like that's protecting themselves, but here I feel like she's just allowing it to happen. Like, well, so be it. It's like, so be it, it's gonna happen, so I'm gonna do it. So that's what I'm reminded there. And then on the Golden Art Nevau, it's a lot like the Rider-Waite. It's a little I don't know, it's a little less, I don't know. The Rider-Waite, she's in bed, she's sitting up. This one, she's sitting up in bed, but more in a casual. I feel like in the Rider-Waite, like she woke up and did this. I feel like this person's awake already. Like the swords didn't wake her up. She was awake. She envisions those swords and is seeing that anxiety piece. That's what I get the feeling on that one. And then we've got the Gilded Tarot. This reminds me a lot of the Rider-Waite, except for the swords are coming down, so it has a little bit more of a, you know, a scary feel to it. I feel like, yeah, it feels a little more scary to me. It feels, this feels a lot like a dream. We've got the moon in the background over there, and so it is saying that this is nighttime, I'm dreaming. I think that, you know, with the Nine of Swords, I don't know, I look at all of them and I think, again, it's in our head and it's what we're doing, and that's a lot about the swords. So we have to remember that too, that we cause our own fear sometimes. So when I do a reading, I like to keep that in the back of my head. I don't throw it at the querent, of course, because sometimes people don't accept that kind of information well. So you want to like throw that information at them lightly. So this is the Nine of Swords in the World of Vision, Light Seer, Somnia, Golden Art Nevau, and the Gilded Tarot. And that's that on the Nine of Swords.